How do we become a magnet for joy? Welcome back. I'm Gila Ross, host of the Power Up podcast, where we share real life ideas and prize apart what's true and what's not to give you the everyday inspiration that you need for your today's life. Do you want to hear the good news or the bad news? The bad news is that happiness doesn't just come. The good news is that happiness has to be cultivated. It's like a diamond. A diamond in the rough is just a stone. What you have to do is you have to take that diamond and you have to polish it and you have to make it shine. And that is the secret of joy, of happiness. We have to have the skill of taking a difficult situation and make it shine. We often find it much easier to do outside of the house than inside of the house. For example, if someone you know, a friend you're meeting, keeps you waiting for 10 minutes, we're much more likely to smile and say, no, it's okay, don't worry. But when it's our spouse that keeps us waiting for 10 minutes, we're much less patient with them. In our homes, it's harder, and that's where the challenge lies. We have to work much harder to cultivate joy there, to find the skill to take those difficult situations and make them shine. How do we do this? How do we become a magnet for joy? Rav Sadokov Lublin gives us an incredible understanding of what happiness is, and he does this by differentiating between laughter and happiness. We usually laugh after we see or hear something funny. For example, you hear a funny joke, you laugh after it. Happiness, on the other hand, is often in anticipation of something. We can experience more happiness thinking about the vacation, the holiday that we're going to take, than we can actually experience on the vacation itself. And this is a secret that we can use. If you're not happy, or if your home is not a happy place, you have to realize that the difficulties you're undergoing are building something. In this week's Torah portion, we learn about the Mishkan, that place that the Jews built in the temple, in the desert, where they had this magnificent divine connection. And it says the Jews were all encouraged to donate materials for it. And it says every person whose heart motivates them should donate. But the word motivate can also be understood differently. It can also be understood as every person whose heart is throbbing, every person who's undergoing challenge, they can bring and they can build something with it. When a person is undergoing a challenge, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for self-understanding. It's an opportunity for prayer, for connection to God. It's an opportunity for breaking out of where we are now and becoming something bigger and better. It's not easy, but let me share with you an incredible story, and that will give us a little bit of a tip of how we can do this. Esther Klein had a degenerative disease, and she had one functional finger that she used to write about her daily struggles. And as her illness ran its course, she had to move to an apartment downstairs which would be more suitable for her to live in. And it was a terribly painful time for her to, number one, say goodbye to all the memories of the home that she had lived in, and also to realize the course of where she was going. And she moved into her new apartment and she saw her chair, and she felt so terribly sad that was where she was, until one of her granddaughters came in and said, look at this throne that they set up for grandma. And she realized that this young child inspired her to see things in a new way. And that's something we can learn from kids. Kids, they see things. They see the opportunity in things. They anticipate things. And if we can take that on a little bit, to have that freshness of a child, to see the opportunity, to anticipate the opportunity within the challenge, that is how we can experience joy. Because joy is not about what we currently are in, but very often it's about what we anticipate, how we anticipate things are and how we anticipate that what we're going through is going to build something and be meaningful. Thank you for listening. I'm currently offering all listeners a free strategy call so that you can get clarity on how you can get what you want in life. Check the show notes for how to access this offer. Thank you again for listening. Please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast, and please share, because sharing is caring. Thank you and have a wonderful day.